Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. Got a good one for you today. We're going to get into the heavyweight scrap between Otto Wallin and Derek Chisora. Which should be an entertaining heavyweight scrap. I don't think these are world beaters anymore. I don't know what Wallin ever was, but it should be a decent fight. But before we get into that, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing blog on all forms of social media. And the Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight, showing you how to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. The bookies, the odds makers, they don't know what they're doing. I do. So join the Patreon. It's $5 a month. Gets you the lock of the week. It gets you asked to book anything. It gets you the absolute best gambling advice for just $5 a month. Link is in the description. It's also in that little ticker below. Just $5 a month. Gets you the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe for just $5 a month. All right. After you guys do that, head on over to cornerbarbar.com. That's cornerbarbar.com. Using promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING to save 10%. Cornerbarbar.com. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's cornerbarbar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. And then when you're done with that, head on over to Texas Boxing Scene on YouTube. All proceeds go to autism research and recovery. So please like, share, and subscribe to that channel as well. All right, let's get into today's show. Otto Wallin, Derek Chisora, what should be an interesting fight. Derek Chisora is now 35-13, 6'1" heavyweight, so a little short for a heavyweight, 250, 260, usually in that range, 250 to 260 as of recently, 256 for Joe Joyce, 252 for Gerald Washington, and 260 for Tyson Fury, 258 for Pulev. So he's been in that range now. So he's comfortably over 250 and up to as high as 260. 6'1", stocky, strong as hell. He's slowed down. He's sloppy. He gets hit a lot. Throws wide shots. Everything is wide. He's been going the distance lately. He's got what is it? 23 knockouts in his 35 fights. But prior to the Usyk fights, and he was getting a lot of knockouts. He knocked out David Price. He knocked out Spilka. He knocked out Carlos Takam. He knocked out a lot of guys. But recently, he's been going the distance. So keep that in mind because Otto Wallin is a guy that likely go the distance. He doesn't jab enough. He just he doesn't really flick his jab out there. He doesn't work his jab to get on the inside. He needs to be in the inside, but he doesn't use his jab enough. He doesn't use enough movement. He just kind of tries to bully his way on into the inside. Good power, but he looks very aged. He's rough. He's tumble. He's still durable, but there's not a lot of volume behind him. He rushes in face first a lot. He gets tagged a lot coming in. He's slowed down a lot. He loads up on his shots. Good power on his shots. But things are telegraphed and wide. Everything is wide, and everything he loads up on now is still strong as hell, but he squares up straight in front of you. He's in front of you to be hit. That's a grounded chin, though. Like, he gets hit, but he keeps ticking. He takes the tick and it keeps on, whatever. He takes the lick and it keeps on ticking, or whatever they say. Not really skilled at getting on the inside. He's good at when he's on the inside. He's just not good at getting on the inside. He's not a guy that can really cut the ring off, although Wallin is slow, but does use the ring. So it's going to be interesting. His head is on the line as he be hit. He's not a good offense. He's not a skilled fighter. He's not. He's strong. He has some power. He can work on the inside. He's just not good at getting on the inside. He's not good at making you miss. He's not good at slipping. He doesn't really work behind the jab. There's a lot of flaws in him. Otto Wallin, 6'5.5", 240-ish, straight up and down, southpaw. Likes to be at range. He can control distance. He's slow, though. So can Wallin get on the inside? Can Chisora get on the inside? That's the question. Wallin's mostly a back foot jabber, not a puncher. He's fundamentally sound. Uses his jab, keeps the volume coming. He's not a huge puncher, but he throws combinations. He keeps firing off shots. He works behind the jab. Decent volume. He flicks the jab out there. He can turn the jab into a hook quite well. He does that quite well. There's not a ton of pop on it, but he scores with it. He's a guy that can win rounds, right? Can he win fights? We're gonna find out, but he can definitely win rounds. He'll be up in this fight. Just keep moving. Can Chisora chop him down and break him? That's kind of the question. Doesn't really sit down on his punches. He kind of squares up at times. It's pretty basic, but fundamentally sound. He's got good volume, so he can win rounds. He seems to have a good gas tank. He can keep up the volume. He can keep up the endurance. He seems to be able to do that, right? Like, the question is he, where is he on the world-class stage? Does he fall just short? And that's what we're going to find out. You look at his box rec, and there's not a bunch of great wins. A lot of, the Joshua fight got stopped because of cuts. He was doing okay in that fight. He was certainly losing, but he didn't look totally outmatched. He's got a win over Gassiev. And, that's really his kind of claim to fame there. That's kind of his best win. He got a win over Rydell Booker. Travis Coffin, he stopped, interestingly enough, but he lost to Fury. He lost to Joshua. Kind of, we don't really know where he stands on the world-class stage. So let's take a look at the book. Let's see where we're making money on this fight. I would probably bet this fight to go the distance. I'd probably take the over. We don't have that. So when the props come out, head over to patreon.com and let's take a look at the props. I'm going to bet the over on this, I would think. But I like Otto Wallin to win. One times bet at minus 225. It's not terrible. It's going to make you $44.44. It's not terrible odds. One time bet on Wallin. This is a bet that you can build your parlay around. Probably get close to even money or plus money with just a couple of easier fights. I like Wallin a lot to win this fight. I think Chisora is shot. I think he's aged. I think Wallin can keep him off of him and just, win rounds and survive. So I like Wallin. I like Wallin on points would be my official prediction. We don't have that yet, but when the props do drop, come on over to Patreon. We'll take a look at it together. But that's a review. Wallin points minus 225 on the money line. I would also build my parlay around him. I'm very confident in Wallin winning this fight. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing blog on all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight. It is February 3rd, 2025 from Texas to the world. Thank you, and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.